All right, I was watching the news a couple days ago, and I saw another Bible prophecy, 2,000 years old, fulfilled. I'm going to show it to you here. Now, this is a map of Israel. This is what you call Gaza, right down here where it says Philistia. And this is Jerusalem, right in here, about where I'm pointing. And that's the so-called Sea of Galilee, Dead Sea down here. Okay, guys, and this is the Mediterranean out here. Okay, Israel, as you probably know in the news, discovered oil right about where this M is, out in the ocean. And they've been mining the oil and have produced enough that they're now becoming exporters even into Europe, putting pipelines out across Egypt. You say, what's that got to do with Bible prophecy? Well, 4,000 years ago, God knew it was going to happen. So he talked about it. I'm going to show it to you in the Bible. Here we are. I'm in the book of Deuteronomy. And Moses is blessing the children of Israel. Actually, that would be 3,500 years ago. Moses is blessing the children of Israel, and he goes through each tribe and tells us something about them. He said in Zebulun, let me skip down here to 24. This is chapter 33, verse 24 in Deuteronomy. And of Asher he said, let Asher be blessed with children, let him be accepted. Let him dip his foot in oil. So Asher is going to dip his foot in oil. This is the tribe of Asher. And right out there is where the oil was found. So I remember when I was in Bible college years ago, we came across this passage and we discussed, what does it mean, dip his foot in oil? And there was all kinds of interpretations like olive oil and different things. And no one could really know for sure. It never made sense historically, a prophecy like that. But now we know that if you go right out to the ocean and drop right down into the bottom of it, there they've dipped their foot in oil. Now that's not all. Zebulun, the tribe of Zebulun, he said, rejoice, Zebulun. He said, they shall suck of the abundance of the seas and of the treasures hid in the sand. That's verse 18. So here is the tribe of Zebulun right here, right next to Asher. And so right out here is where they put another oil well. And so treasures in the sand and in the sea. He's telling us that it's not in the water of the sea. It's not among the fish of the sea. It's out in the sea, in the sand. They're going to find treasures. And so these two tribes right here together are going to discover oil in the latter days. It's going to enrich Israel, which it's done. Bible prophecy, fulfilled. Write it down. Give you another one. By the way, I've got a lot of them already online, so look them up.
Philippines?
Yes, Capricorn.
Formation.
Okay, Capricorn, this is Philippines crude oil.
Yes.
And this is clean fossil fuel. This is authentic high wax matured crude oil with 59.1% hydrocarbons and 77.4% organic solvent, which is it contains organic matter, perhaps like a microorganism. Our oil is a clean fossil fuel. This is what you call this. We have a 610,000 hectares here in Luzon, here in the Philippines. And
Yes.
our deposit will last more than 1,000 years. This is enough to cater what you call the world needs right now. We have a global shortage of oil. We know that. And
Yes.
here in the Philippines, the Capricorn Philippines, we can help the global crisis right now, the shortage of oil that we are facing right now.
Right.
Our rock sample is 475 million years old that we are sending to USA. And it's more than 100 million barrels of oil a day.
Wow.
because we know that the world need it, and the world's searching for the oil right now that we can be helped here in the Philippines. We can help regarding the oil here. We know that there's a lot of new technology right now that we can use regarding the drilling and also the refinery.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, open to see. There's a lot of different technology that we can help here in the Philippines, right?
Yeah. Okay. And
This is the biggest crude oil in the world. We have 610,000 hectares here.
long-term use, correct?
Yes. By the
help
way,
with the
our
extraction.
yes. By the way, our deposit here in the Philippines, this is the biggest crude oil in the world. Will last more than 1,000 years. So, yeah.
Oh wow, that's a very, very long time.
Yes, but we have a lot of things to do here because this is not kind of oil that like another what you call this, other refineries. This is oil. It's like a sacred oil here in the Philippines.
Yeah, I understand. And so it will be for the 5. Are they all engineers?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, got it.
Analysis, I will send it to you.
Okay, that's
Na-interview natin last time si Candy Tanyagras, no? Na may prophecy. Para hindi na tayo mangutang, di ba? Paniwala, sagradong langis, dito sa Luzon. Yun na lang kanyang atupagin ng gobyerno. Papakinggan ninyo yung sinasabi ng tao. Baka pastors naniniwala kung bibigyan lang ng go signal eh. Imagine nyo, mga kaibigan, langis na hinahanap-hanap nandito lang sa Pilipinas. Ako medyo sa totoo lang si Candy Tanyagras na nakausap natin last time ho, mga kaibigan eh. Di ba? Mga kaibigan, kung yan ay galing sa Diyos, napakagandang balita at mas tawag doon partner, yung mas sisikat pa ang Pilipinas at makakatulong sa ekonomiya ng ating bansa. O, hindi po ba? Masasabi natin talagang boom! Nag-boom ang ekonomiya ng Pilipinas dahil po sa langis na pinoproblema na rin ho ngayon. Kita ho ninyo mga kanyusik, nagtataasan ang presyo ng langis. Tama po ba? O di ba? Hindi na tayo problema. Dito na sila aangkat sa atin. Ibig sabihin nun, mayaman na tayo. O di ba?
Capricorn is Philippines crude oil.
yes.
We have 610,000 hectares here in Luzon.
Okay.
Yeah, our resemblance is Alaska and Kuwait. That is LCO, light crude oil, means it's clean fossil fuel.
Fossil fuel, yeah.
Yeah, and our deposit will last more than 1,000 years. That is enough to cater the world needs right now. It's a global crisis and shortage of oil all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's more than 100 million barrels of oil a day.
Yes. Okay.